And we are back on another beautiful, beautiful Monday. What's going on, everybody, man? The Waterboy Show. We are back, Atlanta's #1 sports podcast. Once again, I am one half of the Waterboy Show. This is Trey. I got my partner, Be Rich. Be Rich, what's up, my guy?
What it do, man? Do what it do on this beautiful Monday, man. Slightly cloudy, but sunny as well. Very pretty day. It's gonna be hot, man. Let's get out and get some sun.
Yeah, man. Well, look, man, it's another beautiful Monday, man. This past week, we just had the NBA draft. And so we talking NBA draft. We talking Atlanta Hawks. Last week, we kind of touched on the draft was on its way. And so the draft has happened. Our Atlanta Hawks made their pick. We had the 13th pick. Well, before that, we had the 13th and the 22nd pick. The Atlanta Hawks made a trade for Kristaps Porzingis. We brought Porzingis in. They made a couple, other moves within there, and we also sent that 22nd pick away to bring in Kristaps Porzingis. So we went into draft night with the 13th pick. We wanted to see what they were going to do. We threw around some names who might be there. They get to 13. And man, one of the guys I said who might be there was there. Old Derek Queen, right? And the Hawks draft them. Now I wasn't watching, on TV. I was out doing a couple things, you know what I'm saying, getting some work done. And I didn't see that we had made a trade. I hit you up. They say we traded the pick. So we drafted Derek Queen, but then they traded the pick to who they traded the pick to. Again, Be Rich, who they made the trade with.
Pelicans.
Yep, they're with the New Orleans Pelicans, man. Same people we fleeced for Dyson Daniels. You know what I'm saying? We made the trade with the Pelicans. And to move back 10 spots, the Atlanta Hawks only moved back 10 spots, and they gave up a lottery pick, unprotected lottery pick next year for Derek Queen, and they gave us a lottery pick, and then we bumped back to 22. And ended up, we bumped back to 23. We bumped back to 23, and then we ended up drafting Asa Newell out of the University of Georgia, man. So you tell me your thoughts. What did you think, when it was happening? How did you feel about the Atlanta Hawks making that trade? And how do you feel about everything now that we are almost, I think we were probably about like 5-6 days removed from that first round?
Man, I feel very good about the off-season moves that the Hawks are making. When I was there, I actually got a chance to go to the draft party at State Farm Arena as media. Man, we was media, had our passes. Got a chance to talk to what's the Hawk the voice of the Hawks? What's his name again? I can't think of it right now.
You're not talking about Bob Ratman, the TV.
Yeah, I got a chance to talk to Bob Rathman and meet a lot of the Fox 5 and 680 The Fan, 929. A lot of people, man, I met. A good networking event. Bob Rathman said the Hawks said they'll get him to do something with us, so we're looking forward to that. But I got a chance to be there, man, and I waited to 13, which took a long time. And when we got there, man, no other than they drafted your boy, Derek Queen. I want to call him Derek Queen. And man, dude looked like he can ball, man. Like, he was a big dude, man, just slamming on ninjas and just had some good post moves. And I was like, okay. But then shortly after the not even 10, 15 seconds into it, they said we had traded the pick to the Pelicans for number 23. And I'm like, geez. Because I wanted the guy from Duke. Then I wanted the other center. And then when we got Queen, I was like, okay, that's the guy Trey was talking about. So then I was looking at Asa, and I'm like, Asa's gonna be gone. And they had Asa like the best pick every time after that, like best available pick, by so-called whatever station I was watching, ABC or ESPN, I forgot which one. But I was like, well, dang, I want Asa. So pick after pick after pick after pick came, and then it finally came up. And when they said we was gonna get a unprotected first round pick between either the better of the Milwaukee Bucks and the New Orleans Pelicans, I was like, damn, man, this ain't the Hawks I know. I mean, this GM has come in, DJ Smalls Jr. has come in and pulled off a good trade for Porzingis. We didn't give up much for him. came in and seems like we keep robbing the Pelicans. We got Dyson Daniels and those guys for the Pelicans and 2 first-round picks. and it seemed like we back on track. But now I was excited, Trey. I was really excited about the pick. I like the fact that we got a power forward that can play both spots, energetic, can play defense, two-way, can hit the three, can finish. And from what I see and what I'm hearing is that he's a worker. He works hard. He's gonna keep on developing, so he's only gonna get better. And I got a chance to just look at a lot of highlights on him. And the thing that impressed me the most was he comes from a winning background. He played for a high school team that went undefeated. The people that was on that team was Derek Queen, Cooper Flagg, and Leon McNeely. All of those guys were in the first round. So he already played with some of the best. So, that was pretty impressive to see that history from him, because I didn't know. And then from his high school, they I don't think they ever lost a game, from what I understand. I may be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, y'all. But I'm your average basketball fan. I wouldn't know the answer to that. I just heard that, and I was like, wow. And for him to play with that competition, and I went back and watched some of the high school highlights, and he wasn't no bench player. He was a big contributor to that team. So I always think, man, if you play with greats, you're gonna be great. You understand? If you got the skill sets, of course. So he's used to that mindset of winning, and that's what he brings to the organization. And the fact that, on the offseason moves besides the draft, to bring in a guy like Porzingis to trade. I understand why they traded Mann to Brooklyn for that first round pick, because he had 3 years left on a big contract. So they got rid of that contract along with that first round pick, the number 22 pick overall. And then we traded a second round pick for Porzingis and traded a second round pick, a swap with them as well. Man, like we freed up some space, all right, to make another move. We got a 25. I don't remember if it's 25 million trade exemption that we got on for the DeJounte Murray. It's something around.
Yeah,
but
we do.
That's going to help us be able to sign some of these free agents without really taking a brunt of and get into the luxury tax, man. So I'm feeling good about the offseason, about the Hawks. I got Hawks fever right now, man. I'm feeling really good about that.
Okay, well, we'll see. We'll see how everything turn out. I mean, anytime you get an unprotected pick from a team that seems like they won't have a good season, you feel good thinking it's going to be a top pick. We'll see how things fall. The way the lottery has been these last couple of years, you never know who's going to fall where. A pick you think might be a top 5 pick might end up being 13, might end up being 12. You know what I mean? Only time will tell. We have to see what the Pelicans do, how they look. They've gotten rid of a lot of people. I think they got rid of CJ McCollum. They got rid of a few other people. We know Zion has struggled to stay healthy. It's going to be a young team that definitely seems like they're in the rebuilding mode. It seems like they're trying to kind of reconfigure and refigure some things out. So it is to be expected from everyone to have a good assumption that, okay, this probably going to be a high draft pick. And then to only move back 10 spots. It's not like we let somebody come all the way from 15 to number 1, from 13 to number 1, and they move from 23 to 13, essentially. You know what I mean? To take Derek Queen, that just shows you what they feel about Derek Queen. But at the same time, they've been getting killed all across the board for that move. A lot of people, really like dogging the Pelicans for that move. And for the first time, it's actually a little bit scary. So all y'all out there who not Atlanta Hawks fans, the Hawks fans know what I'm talking about when I'm about to say this. But all y'all that's not Atlanta Hawks fans, you might not understand. But it's the truth. It's a little scary. It's a little scary to see the Hawks getting props across the board. It is a little scary to turn on every single sports news outlet after the draft and hear the Hawks getting some kudos and getting some props as one of the draft night winners. I'm not used to seeing, but like for those who just listen, I'm pointing to the Hawks logo that's on my cap that I got on my head. I'm not used to seeing the Hawks or any Atlanta team at all down as one of the winners from draft night, but they had the Hawks up there as number 1 and number 2 draft winners. Man, the new GM has been getting praised for this move. I pray that it works out. I pray that it is a top pick. And hey, let's pray that if it's a top pick, a generational player falls to us. But for now, We got what's his name? Is he Asa or Asa? What do you call it? Asa, Asa Newell. I know it's ASA, man. You know, and so anyway, Newell is coming in. We got us a center. The thing that I like about it, man. So this, we praise the Falcons, right? We praise the Atlanta Falcons because for the first time in the first round they drafted a Georgia Bulldog. Who knew 2.5 months later the Atlanta Hawks were going to turn around and draft in the first round a Georgia Bulldog? It's kind of crazy when you look at it that way. The Atlanta Falcons drafted a Georgia Bulldog in the first round, and then the Atlanta Hawks turned right around and drafted a Georgia Bulldog right after that. So we have them coming in. And the one cool thing that I will say, now, I've been on the record for everybody out there listening. I've been on the record saying that Trae Young should really press the Hawks and tell them they better get things together or he is out. But I got to give Trae credit, and it's looking. I think we're starting to see signs that Trae Young is doing everything that he can to give the Atlanta Hawks an opportunity to prove he needs to stay here. Because at the press conference for Newell, when he was introduced to the Atlanta Hawks and introduced to the Atlanta Hawk fan base and to the sports media here for the Atlanta Hawks, sitting in the crowd was none other than Trae Young.
The front row. In the front row.
Yeah, so Trae Young being at the press conference speaks volumes as far as his leadership, where he wants to go. Trae, he's older now. Everybody's still holding Trae to 19-year-old Trae who came in from Oklahoma. They still holding him to that guy, man. We've talked about it. Bearded Trae is a real thing. Bearded Trae is a little different. Bearded Trae is married. Bearded Trae has 2 kids. Bearded Trae been in the league long enough, and he's almost tasted what it was like to play in the finals. He was right there, and then he's been back at the bottom, and that gives you a perspective in life when you go through the peaks and valleys. And we all know Trae Young has been through it. So I'm excited from that standpoint with the leadership that we're seeing from old Trae Young, from the way Trae Young seems to be getting ready to embrace Newell. Newell seems athletic. He seems like a easy lob candidate. Now, the one thing he does not have that they're going to have to work on him with, and Mr. Kyle Korver, I think Kyle Korver is still an assistant GM or something like that. I didn't hear him get let go when Landry Fields got let go. Kyle Korver, y'all have to work with this young man on his shot. He does not have a shot. You know what I mean?
From what I understand, he got a good stand-up 3. When I was looking.
Nah, he's like from everything that's out there, he's looked at as a terrible jump shot shooter.
Wow.
That he does not have a jump shot. From, I mean, as of right now, from everything that I've seen, everything I read, the one thing that he's been criticized about heavily from every single outlet, and everybody's analyzed him that I've seen, they've analyzed that his jump shot, that he does not have a shot. Now, can he work on that? Yeah, I haven't broken it down and looked at it to see what his mechanics are, anything like that. But from everything I've been seeing from basketball people who have spoken about him, they talk about how he does not have a shot. It's not even they talk about like he has an okay shot that can get better. Everything I read was he does not have a shot. And so he definitely has to get that part of his game together. He definitely has to develop a jump shot plan in today's game. But hey, it's not to say that he can't do it. You know what I mean? So we'll come in, we'll let Kyle Korver and the team work with him. Hopefully they can build him up to where he can at least be a competent jump shooter, to where he can hit something every now and then. But I mean, everyone in the league is not going to have that wet of a shot. So let's take what he can do. He can play defense. He can get rebounds. He can lob. He can bring some energy and excitement coming off the bench. It's not going to be pressed on him to play right away and take any starting role. They can develop him, and he can come in and give us some quality minutes off the bench. And so, hey, man, I'm liking the pick.
Yeah, I'm liking the pick as well. I'm up here researching the what I saw, man. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, so Ryan, I'm sorry to cut you off and let you jump back in. Ryan, shout out, man, to the Birdcage LLC. Y'all check out our people. He said he was 54% from field goal and 74% as a free throw shooter. And we got to see what the 3-point, because that's what everybody's gauging him on as far as him being a shooter. But that's some good percentages as far as what he's able to get under the basket. 54%, 74 as a free throw shooter. That's 74 for his size. That's not horrible as a free throw shooter.
Well, they're saying he can shoot the 3, where he's showing flashes of potential, good mechanics. But his percentage was right at 30% on the 3.
Oh yeah, that's terrible. Yeah, 30% is terrible.
They said he did much better in high school. But, you know, high school and college is totally different.
Yeah, it's closer.
Yeah.
Yeah, 30% is not good. Could be worse. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It could be worse, but but hey, he won't be forced to have to come in and do any of that coming right off. Yeah, Ryan just put that in 29% as a 3-point shooter. Says his game is a mid-range game. Shout out to Ryan Birdcage LLC. What's up, my guy?
Hold on. Yeah, so compared to Trey Young's 35% from three. So yeah, so that gives you a idea. So 5% difference. Yep. So man, what do you think about the moves, man? I really like the GM, man. First two moves seems to be great. Today is free agency. What we're gonna do today in free agency? I've been hearing about this guy from Minnesota we were talking about getting, man. They say he might be the odd man out because of the two big contracts to Randall and the other tall guy. I can't think of his name right now. But yeah, the guard. Let me pull him up, man. Let me pull it up.
Hey, look, why you do that? Let me show our people in the comments some love, man. Look, we got one of our homies and a good friend to the show, Miss K Hoops. What's up, K? She dropped through, said what's up. She said trading Derek was a terrible move by the front office. So she feels like Derek Queen can be a star. And of course, anytime you make these moves, and we are excited about having a lottery pick, but that's also in the future will be gauged upon what Derek Queen becomes. I ain't gonna lie, man. He looks like
He a
he might be
beast.
official. I
Yeah.
know, and hey, when I name these guys, everybody's opinion is not gold, right? But I saw Gilbert Arenas and them talking about how like they thought Derek Queen is gonna be like a superstar. Like they think he's gonna be a superstar. Like they think he's going, and this was before the draft. They think he's going to be a straight up superstar. So to Kay's point, she's saying Derek is the truth. And so I can tell by her perspective what she said, like you we may have given away a player who can be a superstar to go up and see if you can find a superstar. So that's what that's always gonna be gauged upon. So we'll see. We're gonna be watching him. We definitely gonna be paying attention because everything he does now will be compared to, or should I say, the person we pick will be compared to Derek Queen and what he does, at least by Atlanta media. But let me say what's up to a couple people in the comments. Blake Newsom, he said it was nice to meet you at the draft party last week. Be Rich. He said I was the short guy. Let me see what he said. He said I was the short guy in the red that shook your hand, front row.
Oh yeah, man. What's his name? Where you at?
Blake Newsom. His name Blake
Oh,
Newsom.
what's
He
up, Blake?
came.
Yeah, I remember seeing you, man. Short dude in the front, man. I remember, and I stood there and shook your hand. Appreciate you supporting the show. He said he's a big fan of the show, man. So yeah,
That's
man.
love.
If you want
That's
to
love, man.
if you want to come up, man, and talk with us, man, I'm gonna send an invite for anybody that wants to in the crowd that wants to come talk with us and talk about the Hawks moves. Please come up, man. But yeah, I remember seeing him right after Pastor Troy performed, man. I definitely remember
That's
who
what's
you
up.
are.
Yeah,
Yeah.
then we had Ghost Mode. Ghost Mode Snap chimed in. Ghost Mode said, "What's up with the Atlanta Dream? I've been missing games." We can touch on that. Mike Street said, "Great pick and got unprotected first round pick. Fleece job by DJ Khaled Jr." He said, Asa reminds me of John Collins. Devon Ambitious from the Bring the Records podcast said, y'all happy about no more Capella. I know B Rich is. B Rich hates Capella, man. Capella might square up on B Rich if you see him out in the street. B Rich hates Capella, man.
I
He
don't
said
hate.
Hawks look better this year, especially if Porzingis stays healthy. Just Life says, let's be honest, a healthy Jalen Johnson is Hawks team top 5 in the East right now with all these Achilles injuries and these very serious injuries. If a healthy Jalen Johnson shows up this season, you very well could be right. Let me see who chimed in. Our boy Ryan, he chimed in, man. We spoke about Z6 says his shot decent. Then K Hoops, like I said, talked about Derek Queen. Ryan said Unc is already letting folks know he's not playing. K said Derek is the truth. Grant Walker said, "What's up? I'm happy to death with the moves." And Z6 said, "I don't like Queen. Reminds me of Capella. Man, I don't know how he reminds you of Capella. This dude, offensive game. This dude can bring the ball up. This dude can shake somebody one-on-one. This dude has a wet 3-point shot. The dude is a hell of a pass and creator, but he ain't nothing like Capella.
Man, he
And I'm
remind
not
me,
saying he's gonna be. I'm not saying he's gonna be a superstar, but boy, when I tell you his game is so far from Capella,
He
his
remind me.
game ain't nothing like Capella. I would say Asa game is closer to Capella's than Derek Queen is, to just keep it real.
Nah, I think Queen game close to Zion a little bit, man. I saw some Zion flashes in him. Hopefully he can be healthy. And Asa, man, he kind of reminds me of a Jaren Jackson, man. I think he patterns himself after that. Oh, speaking of the Dream, man, and Trey Young. Trey Young was at this weekend's Dream game, man. Front row and center, man. Supporting our Atlanta Dream, man. He was there, so it's showing signs, man. Trey's gonna stay in Atlanta, man. He's here to stay. Hopefully, the Hawks will match his energy.
Yeah, man. So Ryan said Queen is a beast and still hasn't grown into his frame yet. Still has baby fat that he has to work off, and his game is all around. I'm telling you, man. Like, I ain't gonna lie, man. Queen, like we'll see. Like his game does, like the man is a heck of a passer. The man can take you 1-on-1. The man got a real good 3-point shot. Like we'll see, and it's all gonna depend on who we get. We had an unprotected, we had a protected first round pick from the Mavericks, long as it wasn't the top 10. And we were all excited about that. That's why we made the Trey Young trade. We got Trey and we finna get another lottery pick. And they turned that into Cam Reddish. So it's cool. It's great getting unprotected picks, but you got to turn it into something. And it's gonna be gauged against the player it is. If Derek Queen turns out to be everything that Miss K Hoops feels he can be, it may not look so good 3-4 years down the road.
Well, it all depends on how Newsom Asa does as well. So, you know, um, hopefully Asa turns out to be the better player.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he's gonna be a better player than Queen, but that's just me.
Hey, so I was telling you, the Hawks are looking at the guy's name for the team is Nickeil Alexander Walker. They're saying we got, we're targeting him and looking to get him as a free agent, man. What do you think about his game?
Man, so I mean, energy guy come in. He can also play some defense,
Mhm.
give you some good minutes. I mean, another wing player. It's looking like we may be able to get him, but it's looking like Detroit is getting ready to purge our team. Well, it's not an exact purge,
Levert?
but pluck. We're getting ready to pluck. You know what I'm saying? It's not a purge unless they take a lot. They look like they're getting ready to pluck Levert away from the Hawks potentially in free agency. And so look like you're getting one for the other. It would have been nice to be able to have two. Because I mean, I know what Levert is getting a little older, but I know what Levert brings to the table. I know he can light it up at times. If Levert that's the one thing about it. When he gets hot, he gets hot. So what's the trade-off? You know what I mean? We do know that Walker is younger, so we'll see. But he definitely can bring some energy to the team. Played well for Minnesota. Not anybody you're gonna expect to come in and give you like just a whole bunch of points off the bench, but can come in definitely give you some real quality minutes. So we'll see which way they go. We'll see if they can keep Levert or if we're gonna just roll with Walker, or if some kind of way they can finagle too. I know they have to replace Man at some point, and free agency, it's no telling who else we might get in free agency. So
And I want to start by the depth chart right now with the team that we have. No changes, whatever. So this is including Levert still being on the team. The depth chart as of today at point guard, you got Trey starting. Second, you got Karis LeVert. Third, hey, we got Kobe Buffkin, man. Kobe Buffkin hasn't had a full season with the Hawks, and when he has had some highlights for the Hawks, he seems to be a very good player. So hopefully he can stay healthy and he can come in and be a surprise for us and be icing on the cake. Shooting guard depth chart. You got Dyson Daniels as a starter. You got Karis LeVert second. You got Veet Karij at number 3. And then you got Garrison Matthews at number 4. At small forward, you got Jalen Johnson as a starter. Second, you got Zachary Ricochet. Third, you got Veet Karij. And then fifth, you got Garrison Matthews. Power forward, starting, you got Porzingis. Then you got Asa Newell slotted in there. Then you got Mohamed Gay at third. And then Jalen Johnson at fourth. In center, you got Kanye. Got Porzingis. Got Larry Nance Jr. and Mohamed Gay. So we got pretty good. It's rounding out good, man. Now if we just get some
Man, who
bench
made this
players.
depth chart up, man? Where you
This
got this from?
on ESPN.
That's not gonna be the depth chart, dog. Like Jalen,
I
they gonna
mean,
start.
I'm saying as of right now.
But I'm talking about they're not gonna have Porzingis playing the 4. Like, who in the world made that idiot depth chart?
The guys
that that
powered by
Well,
Roto Wire.
man, Porzingis not finna come in starting at the 4. I don't see that, and I don't see them putting Zachary Richardson on the bench. Zach gonna be the 3, Jalen gonna be the 4, and we're gonna see who they run at center. Like
Gotcha.
Porzingis and Big O. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, Dallas at times they ran Porzingis and Horford on the court sometimes together. So could he do it sometimes? Yeah. But I don't see them sending Zach to the bench and putting Jalen at the 3. But we'll see. I don't see that happening.
Hey, Trey, I was listening to Sports Talk Radio today, and I was listening to Steak Shapiro, and they say your boy Zachary has put on 15 pounds, man. 15
Okay.
pounds. Hey, look, man, we got somebody want to bring up, man. You ready to bring up somebody?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. We can bring somebody in, man. Y'all, hey man, y'all give it up for the young guy, Blake Newsom, man. He just joined the show, got the fresh Braves hat. What's going on, Blake?
What up, Blake?
Yeah, it's an honor to talk to you guys. Big fan.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, appreciate that, man.
I saw you at the draft, man, sitting front row and center, watching Pastor Troy perform and watching the draft. What you think about the moves we made, man? How you feel about our GM and where we're going with the Hawks?
It was definitely a little underwhelming, I think, when I saw that they were making another in-house hire about a month ago. I was like, well, it seems like another Nick Ressler ploy, or it's like, oh, another guy that'll listen. But so far, I mean, I think he's done great. Obviously, and I still think this team has a little bit more work to do. I still think they need a lot more depth on this roster, because if you look at some of the best Hawks teams that have been constructed the last 20 years or so, I've been a fan since Joe Johnson and Al Horford. Like, I'm 21, but I've been watching almost 15 years. So I've seen him for a good amount of time. Some of their best teams have just been built by depth. Unfortunately, we don't have the superstar power other markets do. Hopefully, eventually, we'll get someone else to pay Trae Young. But I still look at this team as some of the best teams we've built are usually 8 or 9 deep. You look at that 60-win team. You look at the most recent Eastern Conference Finals team. And you look at the rosters they've had the last couple of years. We've had to rely on Dom Barlow's and Vít Krejci's and the Keaton Wallaces to win us big games down the stretch. And that's just not a sustainable outlook for a team that I think is trying to get out of the play-in. Because we're now 4 years removed from the ECF. That's no longer, right here in the rearview mirror. I'm 21. I was in high school, so it's been a while. And so I'm hoping that they continue to make moves, add more depth to this roster, so that way we don't have to rely on some of these G Leaguers and two-way contracts to win us games, and so we're not scrapping and clawing for the play-in.
Man, you make a real good point, Blake. Like to your point, shout out to all those guys who have come in and have given the Hawks quality minutes during times where we suffered a lot of injuries. Because that's why a lot of these guys have ended up, getting quality minutes for us. We've suffered so many injuries, and shout out to them. But to your point, yeah, we are in a time where we need to get consistent depth chart where we know what's coming in. We know these are the caliber players that are coming in to back up the starters every single time. One of the ways that the Boston Celtics have really been able to beat people across the head the last couple of years is their depth. When one star player is out, they got people coming off the bench who still able to light it up. You know what I mean? OKC, real good depth. You know what I mean? And so I would love to see the Hawks start to build that same kind of depth. I'm right there with you, Blake. Hopefully we won't have to depend on so many other leaguers. Like I said, shout out to them for the minutes they gave us. But I'm with you 100%. That was a very good point.
Yeah, one thing that I liked about our GM in the press conference, I got a chance to really get to know him by his words and what he was saying. He was saying the organizations he came from San Antonio to Golden State, he was saying that, the main thing he wants to do is players can develop, and no matter what age. And he kept saying that develop. And he said he feels like the Hawks have one of the best coaching staff in the league. And he feels like that Asa is one of those guys that's going to keep developing. Like you said, let's hope he gets that 29% to 40%. You know what I'm saying? But, I feel like that Quinn Snyder has done a great job of developing the talent on this team. I'm putting my head out on the line. I'm really expecting Zachary Ricochet to have a really great season this year and step it up, man. Like he put on 15 pounds, he's putting in the work. I'm seeing it firsthand on the Hawks website on just NBA Insider NBA. I'm seeing a lot of stuff in there. And I got a chance to see him working out, man. He looks really put together now, Trey. He looks really put together. Muscle down, man. Just shooting, practicing. I think he's gonna be all right this year, man. I think he's gonna be prepared. And I think that transition when he got drafted just to come straight to America and just be there, not having a chance to go home and see your people, man. Now he had a chance, a full offseason to go home. Everybody congratulating him. He had a chance to have that closure and do all of that, see everybody needs to see. I feel like he's going to come back and know what to expect, and we're going to see a big difference. And then you remember like Kobe Bryant, man, his rookie year, he had an awful playoffs, man. He had shot air balls and just was embarrassed. I feel like Zachary, was embarrassed by his performance in the play-in, and I feel like he's going to come out and really have something to prove, man. He gives me that type of vibes.
Hey, Blake, is there anything else you want to touch on before we let you go?
Yeah, obviously, I'm hoping that, they go out and get another guy here in the next week or so. I know that they have the exception that I think expires July 7th, which it seems like we've had an exception since the John Collins trade.
We didn't even use the John Collins exception, did we?
I think that expired, which is just
it did expire, yeah.
Frustrating that we basically just let that money get pocketed. It's why didn't we? I have no idea. But I definitely think this is a big year for the Hawks. Like, obviously, when we brought in Quinn Snyder, I think we expected better things, but I think it's been hard to judge him with the rosters he's had. And so I'd love to see him get like a full-on non-playing roster before we get a full-on judgment on, hey, is this guy another Nate McMillan or is this guy another good coach of ours? And so it's a big year, man. It's been a couple years of not so fun basketball, so I'm hoping it's a more fun winter for the Falcons and Hawks this for us because the Braves are not giving us that joy this summer.
Yeah. No, they not. Well, Blake, man, we appreciate you. Look, we go live every Monday, so hey, you are more than welcome to come back, jump on the show at any point in time, and thank you for the support of the show. We really appreciate that. Thank you for chiming in.
Yeah, I enjoyed your points, Blake, man. Come back and see us, man. Thank you.
Will do.
Yeah, man. I hope Zachary. I would love to see Zachary Ricochet definitely take that jump, man. But please, man, don't you ever go by blasphemy and mention my guy Kobe Bryant. And nobody. I don't want to hear Kobe's name mentioned talking about some what Kobe did. All right. Don't bring up Kobe Bryant, man. Don't bring up Bean. All right.
No, I'm not comparing him to Kobe. I was just saying how Kobe missed the playoffs, missed those shots, and how he went back and worked hard. I feel like Zachary Ricochet's got that kind of vibe, man. I didn't realize you was a big Kobe fan.
Kobe is my favorite basketball player ever. Yep.
That what's up.
Yeah. Yep. Kobe Bryant, my favorite basketball player ever. Because when I met him, when he was a rookie, he was a real cool, down-to-earth dude, sat down, chopped it up with me for, probably about like 4 or 5 minutes. Chopped up with me. He ain't had to take time to chop it up with me. I wasn't nobody. I was just a dude who was just 2 or 3 years older than him, you know what I'm saying, at work, and just happened to bump into him at the job. You know what I'm saying? Told him, hey, man, I like your game, man. You had a good rookie year. Then he chopped it up with me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, I'll definitely try and do better next year. Go into it, this, and that, this, and that. And hey, man, look what he turned out to be.
Turned out to be the man.
Yeah, man. Yeah. But anyway, and then plus too, like I don't like comparing young guys to the greats. I just don't. But like you might not have been, but as soon as you say, man, like how Kobe had the bad year, maybe Zach could come back. Somebody hold you to that and say, you said he was like Kobe.
No, what I was saying was, let me clear myself up. Like in the playoffs, Kobe had a real bad playoff series. He had shot at air balls, and Zachary had a really terrible playoff series. And what I'm saying is Kobe went back in and really, made it a point to not be embarrassed like that again. I feel like Zachary Ricochet is trying to do the same thing. I think he don't want to be embarrassed like that again. Playing in a playoff game. That's the only comparison I was making.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Once free agency hit, we'll get a better idea of what the Atlanta Hawks roster and what the depth chart would look like once we see some of these moves that are made. I really don't want to lose Caris LeVert.
I don't want to lose him either.
It's trending toward that way. Look like the Pistons might get him, and to just be perfectly honest, if I was getting ready to go into free agency and I had the Hawks or the Pistons to go to, I'd be trying to get on the Pistons as well. Now, the one thing that the Pistons, that was a big part of their team last year that's looking like it might not be a part of their team this year is Malik Beasley. Like Malik Beasley, they were getting ready to bring him back in free agency, but everyone has seen over the last like 24 to 48 hours, it has come out that he is being investigated for gambling. You know what I'm saying? For sports gambling.
For fixing games.
Yeah. So
they was talking
man.
about it was a game where Halibut, the fish we all love, and he just like played Matador defense and let him score. And it's like obvious like they're looking at the prop bets. So like, a prop bet is something like if what color is the Gatorade gonna be, or he's gonna have 15, like such and such is gonna have 15 points, 10 rebounds. So he was helping these players. Allegedly,
we gotta say allegedly because we don't know this to be a fact.
Allegedly helping these players get to these goals or these set marks, for sports betting. And they said one bet was like he betted $500,000 on the game allegedly, and it's like everybody else was betting like $10, $20. Then you got Malik Beasley $500,000. Like what the hell? So that's what I heard come out today. So hopefully, man, the man is innocent and he don't have to go through that. But damn, bro, that's crazy.
Yeah, and that was a big part of the Pistons team, man. Him lighting it up from 3 last year. Now, of course, they got that guy Cade Cunningham, which I think is one of the best young players. Man, I was just having a debate about him in the barbershop, man. One of the barbers, man. Shout out to old Pop, the owner of the barbershop. He told me, man, ain't nobody know about Cade Cunningham before. I said, man, I did.
I didn't.
Hey, like I didn't know about it coming out of college, but I'm like the man. I watched him his rookie year. The man was the number 1 overall pick.
No, he was.
I'm like,
I didn't know about the other number 1 pick was Blancaro, and I'm liking him.
Blancaro, like they both the truth. They both the truth. Of course, different players, different positions, but they both are like guys who I look at as being like some of the future of the league. Who you gonna really turn to? Like Cade Cunningham, he like. Man, like he the truth, man. Real dope point guard. And of course, man, Banchero, like he just a man amongst boys out there. He makes some of the grown men look like boys out there. And he young. And he is young. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. So shout out to Atlanta Hawks. We'll see what they gonna do, man.
Man, like man, I'm super excited, man. Like free agency is today. Who we gonna get, man? I wish it would hurry up. 4:00 and hurry up so we can start it, man. Like what in the heck? What the hecky? Like, I'm really excited, bro. Like, I like the GM. I think he's going to make some moves. He even said, he's like, we're not done yet. We got this and that. And like you said, feel good, man. But it's like you say, it's scary, man. It's scary. First of all, I don't want Queen to become LeBron James Jr. You know what I'm saying? One of the greatest ever. So that would hurt me. So, I'm not rooting against the young man, but I definitely hope that our guy that we pick, Asa, is a better player than him. Like you said, I feel you 100% because when I watched those highlights, Trey, dude was a beast. Derek Queen was a beast. He was out there, a man amongst boys. When I was watching the highlights, man, I was like, wow. And the cool thing was, man, you called me smiling. He's like, hey, man, I told you. And I let hey, Trey, they traded him. You look like you like, damn, I was ready to get there and do my rant. And got your bubble burst, man. I'm sorry that happened to you, man. I was excited too, man.
Yeah, man. Well, hey, we're gonna see how it works. Hopefully the player we get in return for that pick turns out to be a superstar. I see what Kay, she is like, she's all in on Derek Queen being a star. Okay, Hoops, man.
Kay, I like your name, Kay Hoops. Hey, Trey, shouts out to the Atlanta Hawks. They were very, 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 very hospitable to me. They was very nice. They came to me. I had some requests. They met my request. They were even gonna get
Man, please tell me what your request was, man. I want to hear it because when you go out, I couldn't go. When you go out, you represent us. I didn't hear nothing about these requests. So please, I want to hear what our requests are because it's gonna be looked at as the Water Boys show request.
I asked, could we interview the guy oh man, forgive me, man.
Bob Rathman.
But I asked, could we interview Bob Rathman, and she said yes. And she said he loves to do stuff like this. Unfortunately, the person I was with, we had to leave. That was my ride, and they didn't get finished till almost like 12:30. And at the time, they so that when I left, I let her know, hey, is there time? She said, hit her up, and she'll make
Man, you
sure.
should just call the Uber, man.
Yeah.
You should just walk, man.
Hey, you'll be surprised. I walk to the stadium. I walk.
Hey,
I
man.
walk there.
Hey, look at this, man. Look what Kay said. Like when I said she said plus she's had the pleasure to watch him in private practices. So like, man, she's seen him up close. Let me put it back up there. She's seen him up close and personal, and she believes that, I mean, you see the name K Hoops for all y'all out there that don't know. You see the name, so you know the background. You know that she know what she's talking about when it comes to basketball. That's the background basketball, and so she really feels good about Derek Queen. And I just pray that whatever player we end up with, you know what I mean, is on that same level. You know, so hey, the trade is made. We don't know what Derek Queen is going to be. We don't know what he's not going to be. We don't know who we're going to pick or who we're not going to get a chance to pick. There's hopefully everything pans out for the Hawks. I think most of us are excited, or most Hawk fans are excited, because this is foreign to Atlanta fans, right? Atlanta fans, we don't really see Atlanta teams make moves like that where they can kind of stockpile some picks here and there, putting themselves in a position to get high picks. But like I said, is going to be judged against what Derek Queen ends up becoming. If he ends up becoming a perennial all-star, all-pro type player, 3-4 years down the road, we're going to be saying, man, and we drafted Derek Queen. You know what I'm saying? We had him. You know?
Hey, to that question, Trey, to that question, to that, what you just said, do you regret trading Luka for Trae Young?
Man, I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm kind of done with this. I'm kind of done with this particular topic, but I'll say this. I love Trae. I don't think there's anybody who, I mean, of course, as a homer, you can argue it, but I don't think there's anyone who can really argue who's the better player, Trae or Luka. I think you have defensive deficiencies on both sides. Because of Luka's size, I take him over Trae Young. When you have someone who is 6'7", 6'8", the size that he is, we can bring up the not working out, or you can call him fat, or we can say he plays matador defense, and we can talk about all those things. But all the players in the league hold Luka up there as a top 5 player. So it just is. It is what it is, and it's not me crapping on Trae Young. You just asked me. So looking back on it, I would say that yes, I regret it a little bit. I wish they would have kept Luka, but Luka probably would have ran Nate McMillan. He would have ran Nate McMillan up out of here the same way. That man ran Rick Carlisle away. You know he would have ran Nate McMillan up out of here.
So look, so let's say this, right? I would say Trae and Luka. Luka's a better player, but not by far. Not numbers wise. Trae is very close to him. But let's say we would have gotten the number one right, the number one pick right, instead of drafting Cam Reddish. What if we would have drafted Tyler Hero instead? Would you feel differently about the trade?
I don't think Trae and Tyler Hero could coexist in the starting lineup.
Well, anybody but Cam Reddish. If we would have just got the pick right, how you feel? You think that we would have got the better end of the stick with that trade? I think we would have. So me saying that is, I don't think Asa will be too far stat-wise behind Queen. I think he'll even be a better defensive player than Queen. And I think he'll fit better for the Hawks. But let's say we do get the draft pick right next year, because they're saying that next year's draft is very, 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 very deep in talent. So hopefully we won't get another Cam Reddish. We'll get someone that can actually contribute to the team. And if Ace is not that far behind or even further ahead of Queen, hopefully we'll be got it right. I just don't want Queen to be a generational talent and, really be something that we should have damn. Because I'm not looking at Luka trade like we lost out. It was just a total embarrassment. I do look at Luka as a better player than Trae, but not by far, not by that much.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, man. It's far. It's not close.
I respect
when you look at impact, when you look at the way, I just go by what other NBA players say. All I can go by is what the NBA players say. Like they play against these guys. They know the game far more than I will ever know the game. And in NBA players' minds, it's not even close. Like by when I hear them talk about Luka as compared when I hear them talk about Trey, it's not even close. I've never heard them talk about Trey as a top 3, top 5 player in the league. They talk about him like he's good. They do. But they talk about Luka like he's top 3 in the league. And so that's a big jump. As much as, boy, I'm gonna tell you, but K, I ain't gonna lie. Shout out to K. She in her bag today, man. I like this comment, what she said about Luka. Read what she said. She said, you can call him every name in the book, but until you can stop him, call him great.
Who's she talking about?
Luka.
No, I think she's talking about Queen because I said he can't play defense.
Nah, because first we were talking about Luka. Then first she put that in there about Luka. Because I was talking about how Luka, and we talk about his weight, and then she put that in. And
no,
then
she's
right
talking about the high school that
I was talking about high school. She talking about Queen.
Yeah, Queen and all those guys went to the high school. So Asa went to the high school. Queen went to the high school, and also
why she say everybody from there is heavy?
She's saying everybody from that school is good. She's saying heavy as in good.
Oh, okay. I thought she talking about Luka being fat. You know what I'm saying? But hey, I like that too though. But if she talking about Derek Queen, you can call him every name in the book, but until you can stop him, call him great.
Yeah, because I said he can't play defense. I think that's what she's saying. Oh, she talking about Luka. You right.
She said, Luka, I thought so, man. Be Rich about to derail. I know what I'm talking about, man. You got me thinking I don't know what I'm talking about. You got to follow the conversation.
So why did she put Montverde? Ain't Montverde that's the high school that Queen went to? Let me see. Hold on. Let me confirm that.
Yeah. So yeah, she said she talking about Luka. So, and I thought so because I was talking about Luka when she left that comment. Man, you got me lost, man. You got me second guessing what I'm on here saying. But anyway, like she said, you can call him every name in the book. But
yeah, Montverde Academy. That's why I thought that. Yeah.
Call him great. You know what I mean? So between the two, like I said, I don't want to beat the subject down. I'm gonna go ahead and leave it alone when it comes to Trey and Luka because there are some people who think you hating on Trey if you say it. I mean, the Hawks should have kept Luka, but Luka not even in Dallas. It's no guarantee he would have been here in Atlanta. He ran Rick Carlisle away, and we see the caliber of coach Rick Carlisle is. The man was a torn Achilles and 4 quarters away from winning the second NBA championship. You know what I mean? Like he really was, and he ran him away. So he would have ran Nate McMillan. Oh yeah, she said she was also talking. So the first comment, the heavy was about Derek Queen. The next one, call him great, was about Luka. She said she was talking about both.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So who knows how it would have worked out if Luka would have been here in Atlanta. Luka might not even still be in Atlanta. Trae Young seems to have bought in completely to everything around the city of Atlanta.
Oh,
he seems like that he wants to be the one to bring a championship here to Atlanta. And at the end of the day, as much as any of us can criticize Trey and talk about Trey, man, I respect that. If that's what Trey wants to do, I respect it. Because I think Trey should have pressed the Hawks. But if that's what he wants to do as an Atlanta Hawk fan and somebody who born and raised in the city, I respect it, Trey. I respect it wholeheartedly.
So look, Devon says Montverde Academy. I don't know if I'm saying it properly. Remember, I told you they had Derek Queen, Asa Newell, Cooper Flag, and
they say they had Cade, Ben Simmons, and Pablo.
Yeah,
Pablo Banchero.
That's a great school. Where is that school located? What city is that school located in? Can somebody
look it up, man? A quick Google search will tell you.
Asking our fans, man.
a quick Google search will tell you.
Yeah, damn.
Yeah, man, you on the computer, man. A quick Google search. But look, I do wanna let you guys know once again, you are rocking with the Waterboy Show, Atlanta's #1 sports podcast. Dropping today, actually in 10 minutes, is our interview with none other than Atlanta's 61st mayor, Andre Dickens. Mayor Andre Dickens, the mayor of the city of Atlanta, sat down with the Waterboy Show this past Friday and we have a full-length interview with him, and we talk everything from just certain things that he's doing now in the city. We talk Atlanta Hawks, we talk Trae Young, we talk Falcons. We talk. Hold on, I'm gonna get to that in a second, K. We talk Trae Young, we talk Michael Penix, we talk Falcons, we talk 28-3, we talk Doug and Mays, the Doug and Mays rivalry for those from the West Side who know everything about that serious rivalry. If you're from Atlanta, you know the Doug and Mays rivalry, but if you're from the West Side, you probably invested in the rivalry in some form or fashion. Man, we talk FIFA coming next year. We talk about the smaller FIFA tournament being here right now and being played in Mercedes-Benz. Messi was getting ready to play one of the teams from over the pond, across the pond. Messi was getting ready. Messi plays for Miami MLS team, was getting ready to play one of the teams from across the pond here this weekend. And so, hey, man, it's just a really good interview. We definitely want y'all to tap in at noon, which will be in 9 minutes. It will premiere on YouTube. Please help us run it up. Check out the interview with the mayor. We definitely have also more clips coming with the mayor. But help us run it up, man. The Waterboy Show sat down with Atlanta's 61st mayor, Mayor Andre Dickens.
That's what's up, man. I'm excited. I enjoy interviewing him. And, man, we got 9 more minutes before y'all can be able to see that content. So y'all make sure y'all go subscribe, share. Make sure you when the episode comes out on YouTube, I'm about to put the link out. Make sure you subscribe to it, you like it, you comment, man. Like, support us. That's how we ask. If you liking the content that we're putting out and you liking what we talking about, come on, man. Support us by just liking, sharing, and commenting on there, man. That's all.
Hey,
Let me pull this up.
Hey, but look, I gotta throw this up. K, I'm gonna throw this up just to see B Rich head almost explode. This what K put. Read that, B Rich.
Hold on, I'm looking up the link.
Yeah, she said Trae has to go. I said it.
Oh yeah, I don't like you no more. I don't like you no more, K Hoop. Yeah, you tripping.
B Rich head is going to explode, K. B Rich head is going to explode.
You tripping, K. Straight up.
Yeah, K. So I ain't even gonna lie. I don't want to get rid of Trae. I always talk about it from Trae Young's perspective, from his camp's perspective. I thought he should have pressed the Hawks, told them they need to make some serious moves to get him what he needs, or he's gonna be up out of there. I like bearded Trae. I think bearded Trae can help us win, okay? But at some point, I don't know if today is that day or we pick another day. We definitely would love to have you chime in. You can jump on the show or come by the other show, when we record in person. And let us know. Jump on camera with us. Let us know why Trae needs to go. I would love to have that conversation with you. I would love to have, a basketball conversation with you about that to hear your perspective on why you feel like Trae needs to go. And then somebody named Carl Thomas, man. Carl Thomas came in. I think Carl been in the show a few times before. Carl came back in and said Trae Young needs to go. Good Lord. Oh man, y'all trying to get rid of bearded Trae. Soon as bearded Trae showing up. Oh, hold on, okay. So now this what I want to know, okay. And I know you don't have to go through all your sources or whatnot, because you may be talking from personal knowledge. You can give us the thumbs up or something. Like, do you know something personally that Trae doesn't want to be in Atlanta? If so, just give us the thumbs up. I won't even press you on it this moment. Do you know something personally that Trae does not want to be in Atlanta? And I'm telling you, B Rich's head, it might explode. This man's head might literally explode. Y'all might hear, if y'all hear a loud boop, if y'all hear a loud pop coming across your speakers, those out there in audio land, if Kay drops a thumbs up that says she does know something personally that Trae, she said, I'm gonna talk with you. Definitely make it happen. We got you. You gotta come by it. So in person, we do the show in Atlantic Station. We film on Fridays. Come through one Friday with us.
Hey, I'm gonna put you in the figure four now. All right, now the Cobra Clutch now. Stop playing with me. Shout out to Alfred Ayers. What's up, Alfred and Blake, man? Blake, I want you to come back. I want Blake.
Okay.
Man, I want to interview Blake, but K Hoops, stop playing with my boy Trae Young. I do not like that. Or I'm gonna put something. I'm gonna have somebody go pinch Derek Queen, man. I gotta watch what I say. Trey don't want me to wish no bad, but somebody gonna go pinch him in the arm or something, man. So stop playing with me, K Hoops. My head just done pop. Now,
Hey, K, I look forward to us having that conversation. And anything you say to me offline, it will stay there. I guarantee you, it will stay there. Woo, man. Man, that's why it's important to have friends in high places, man, and friends who have knowledge in areas that have like real intricate and real detailed knowledge that you might not be privy to. So yeah, we definitely gonna have that conversation, man. But yeah, man, shout out to everybody who's been through and please, oh man, you saw what Christy Lewis, man, said they got to receive their blood pressure bird shirt. Love it. Thank you so much for the support.
Thank you for the support, Christy.
Yeah. Thank you so much for the support. We surely appreciate that. And Kay, also you gotta, we'll talk offline. But yeah, you also gotta drop that addy so we can get you that neat one shirt.
Hey, Alfred Harris, I saw that they bought out his contract today, 2 hours ago, and I would love to get DeAndre Ayton to the Hawks. That would make me very, very happy.
Where he gonna play?
He gonna play center, man. What you mean? Where he gonna play?
And then, I didn't say what position or where you gonna find the minutes between him, and Porzingis. Y'all think this like NBA 2K? You just trying to stockpile?
There he go.
Where are these men? No. I'm asking you a real basketball.
I'm gonna tell you, like,
hold on.
Big O can play
let me finish, brother. You started talking over me. I was talking. Let me finish. No, don't. That's disrespectful. Don't do that. I just keep talking.
God, bro.
I just keep talking.
I forgot my point, man.
Because you don't have a point. This is what I'm saying. You got Aiden, you got Porzingis, you got where you gonna play them? Where you gonna play Aiden? Aiden or Porzingis? Not now. If you get them because you say, well, we don't expect Porzingis to play but half the year. Okay, you know what I'm saying. But you're gonna pay Aiden $30-some million to be competing for time for. Hold on, bro. With Porzingis, another person who making 20-something, close to 30 mil. The two of them gonna fight for time, and you say O can play the 4? No, he cannot. O is not a power.
That ain't what I was gonna say, sir.
Listen, dog. First off, you need to stop yelling, bro. I don't know what your issue is, but you about to catch something on this show you don't want. So just I'm telling you now.
Bro, stop, bro. Come on.
To chill out.
Like you gotta chill.
No, I'm not. I'm just telling you. I'm not telling you. I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you, you don't want me to jump into that debate mode because you tell me it flusters you.
Go ahead, bro.
Thank you. This is what I'm saying. Like, so anybody who might say, can play the 4 and do all this, that is not happening. Jalen Johnson is our 4. That's why the Hawks able to get up and down the floor the way they can when you got a point forward. You take that away. So where's Aiden going to play? Like, we can't just stockpile talent just because they have a name and another person who wants about 30 million. Now, if you can get him for the league minimum, he coming for a vet minimum, and you just want to see what it is. But man, dog, I'm telling you, man. Like, where you gonna find the time? Where are you gonna find the place for him? Go ahead, man. Go ahead, Mr. Interruption.
I'm done, man. Like, you took it personal. Like,
I didn't take nothing personal.
You don't want to do that. Like, come on, bro. Like, we just having fun.
I didn't threaten you. I'm letting you know you can't debate with me, so you don't want to really go.
I don't want to debate. It's cool. We good.
Thank you. That's all, dog. Stop being sensitive. Stop being like a little kid on the show, bro. Now I'm taking it personal. Like, come on, man. Let's have fun on the show.
That's what I was trying to do, but then you took it there. Like you got upset or something.
Dog, go ahead and log off. I'll hold it down for the rest of us. Look, man. So look, back to the point. Be Rich about to log off the show. Y'all can stay in here with me for a little bit. Man, listen.
The mayor right now. Come on
hey, listen. Make sure y'all check out the show with the mayor. Please make sure y'all check out the show with the mayor. It's a real dope interview. On that show, we sit down and we chop it up with him. There's no interrupt. Be Rich don't interrupt me like he normally does. He sits down and he allows the show to go well, and we have a real good talk with the mayor. I think y'all gonna like hearing what the mayor has to say. Like, I really enjoyed it. We got a lot of clips, and so it's gonna be good. He said, let me see what Devon. He said, Trey said all that, but it's a buyout that will be cheap. Okay, but where is he gonna play? Where is he going to play? Man, but people just want to stockpile these players. Where's Aiden going to play?
Bro, what I was gonna say was Big O can play 4 and 5 and give people breathers, and then JJ can go to 3 and give somebody a breather, and then That's where he can play. He can play center, and then even Porzingis have played 4 for the Celtics at times. You can just make a dope ass rotation. That's what I was trying to say. You up there make it seem like I was gonna say all he can do is play 4. No, he can play both.
That's
And get
not what I
people
say.
breathing.
I say he's not a 4, and I don't see him playing the 4 at
Who?
any
Big O
point.
has played 4 a lot. What are you talking about?
When?
Bro,
When-
when
when-
Clint
when-
Capella
when-
and him was
when-
in the game at times.
Man, they ain't hardly ever play him and Clint
Yes,
Capella on
they
the floor at the
did,
same
bro.
time. No,
They
they did
did.
not.
A
No, they
couple
didn't.
times. Oh, all right, all right.
No,
I'm
they
not-
did not, bro.
You're right.
No, they,
I'm
no, they
wrong.
did not.
You're right. I'm wrong.
You are wrong
Okay.
because no, they did not. Him and Big O was
Hey,
not in there.
the Merit episode
What
is
are you
on.
talking about, dog? What are you talking about? What are you talking about, man? Like you just talking to be talking. What are
Okay,
you
I'm
talking
just
about?
talking. All right, bro.
Like and then I say he can't play the 4. I didn't say that. Then just to come back and say he can play the 4 sometimes.
No, you made it seem like I just said he could play the 4
No, I didn't, bro.
all the time.
No, I
That's what
didn't.
you said.
No, I didn't. No,
You
it's
said
not.
He
I didn't
can't
say
play
that.
the 4. That's what you said.
At any point, I don't see him playing the 4. I don't see it. I just don't see it. That's not his game. That's not his game, man.
What's
Keep
the
Jalen
difference
Johnson-
between playing 4 and 5? What's the difference?
Man, hey, look, why don't you ask the coach that? Why
I'm
they
telling
don't
you,
play
they
him at the
both
4?
play down low. They both big. What's the difference?
Man, because we got our point for it.
Okay.
We got our we have our point for it. He didn't play it last year, but you try. That's what I'm saying.
Big
That's
O
a
didn't
fantasy
play 4 at
lineup.
all
Video.
last year.
Listen. That's a fantasy lineup. Video game type stuff. That's what I'm saying, man. Like I think we just throw these ideas out there just because they'll play it. Now look, if they make the move, we'll see. I just don't see where the minutes are going to come from for Aiden, for Porzingis, for Big O. People have to get in the groove of a game. You can't just throw people in, play them cold, play them here. These are players who used to starting. Big O done worked his way to a starting lineup. Now you finna send him to the bench. He got to fight for minutes behind. Aiden and Porzingis. Then you don't get a good chance where you can have JJ and Big O on the court at the same time. And then if you always kicking Jalen Johnson to the 3, what is Zach gonna do? You just said Zach can have a
So
big
what you
year.
saying
Like,
that Porzingis can't play 4?
man, this is what I'm saying. Minutes wise, I don't see it fitting. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's the point. So before you next time, don't get sensitive. I'm just saying what it is.
I ain't
Nobody
getting
chumping you
sensitive.
off. Nobody said anything.
It's
All I
it's
said
like
was
I'm
he's not a
just
4. You
all
took
I'm
it personal
saying
on
is
your
this.
own.
No, I'm saying like I can't scream in the mic and get excited.
No, bro, you can't scream at me in the mic because anytime I do anything, you be like, man, you got me flustered. So if I can't do it,
Oh
you
my
can't do
God, bro. All right.
it. You know what I'm saying? It is
Everything
what it
what
is.
Trey say go.
It does.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? Better know it. You know what I'm saying? Mama raised me to be a leader, not a follower. You know what I'm saying? So while I'm saying we'll see what the Hawks decide to do. I just don't see Aiden joining the lineup. I mean, but hey, while we at it, go ahead and bring in Ja Morant. You know what I'm saying? Hey, bring in. Hey, they say Memphis might not keep him. Go ahead and bring in Ja. Him and Trey can fight for minutes, man. While we at that, tell Brun to come on down. Tell Luka too. Let's just get everybody, man. Let's just get everybody on the team. And you ain't the only person who said it. I'm saying it for all the people out there who gonna say it as well. Because they in these Hawks groups, and I've been seeing it, and I just don't see it happening. But hey, that's just me. Yeah, man. So you quiet now?
I mean, the Merit. Let's let everybody watch the Merit episode, man. It's 12:04. I want everybody to see it. I want everybody to transfer from the room and go support us, man.
Yeah, okay, man. I don't know what's up with my homie, man. He didn't got a little touch this episode. But look, we appreciate everybody stopping by. Man, thank y'all for coming out to the Waterboy Show, Atlanta's #1 sports podcast. And man, do it too. I need y'all. Look, somebody, man, help me develop a shirt that say, "Be Rich, turn that ring off." Man, tell this man to turn your ring off during the show, man. Please ask this man to turn your ring off during the show. That is the 5th time it didn't went off, man. We need some help, man, in that area, man. Hey, yeah, look, Michael said, this is what he said. Aiden makes sense before the KP trade. I agree. I agree. With Porzingis, I don't see it. But look, y'all jump on over to the YouTube, check out the episode with the mayor. Mayor Andre Dickens, the 61st mayor of Atlanta, man. We appreciate y'all stopping by. On behalf of myself, Trey, and my partner, B Rich, man, the Waterboy Show, we are out, man. Yeah.